I feel this person that DM'd me about smokers in the office. First of all, let me go on record as saying, I don't care if you smoke. It's your own body. It's your own life. So long as I'm not inhaling your secondhand smoke and you're not affecting me and my, do your thing. Do whatever you want. The thing that does drive me crazy is when smokers are like right out in front of the main entrance in a building and you have to go through their smoke to get in the building.
That's a little rude.
That kind of drives me crazy. But I've been in offices and I've worked before where there are some employees that smoke, right? And generally they will all go out and they'll take their smoke breaks together, right? And it's usually about 5 to 10 minutes and they come in and they continue to do their job and they'll do that 2 or 3 times a day. Starts to get under your skin if you're a non-smoker. Like, wait a second. Start doing the math on that whole thing. They're getting a whole hell of a lot more break time than I am.
I kid you not. That's what got me smoking.
What? You used to smoke?
Uh-huh.
Really? I could never see that.
Yeah, I did. So it was, God, I was like 20, 21, 22. It's when I was a server, right? Mm-hmm. So I was a server. I was a hostess and then server and then worked in the kitchen at TGI Fridays. I know it sounds like I'm bragging because I am. And all of the servers who smoked would constantly get all these breaks. So they go out back by the dumpsters like one does. And they were constantly going out there and smoking. And I was like, I want breaks.
Right?
And I'm not kidding you. Like that was kind of like the impetus and that's what started it. And then of course, I got addicted to it. And so I smoked for like maybe 3-4 years, something like that. And then I'm not kidding you. One day I did it and I was like, I don't like the way this tastes. Like it made me nauseous.
After 3 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like it was, I don't know what it was. There was something. It might have even been longer than that if I'm thinking about it. But yeah, 3-4 years. And then I tried it once and it made me nauseous and I put it down. I never did again.
I told you guys before, and she's given me the green light to talk about it, but my ex-wife was addicted to painkillers at one point, and she also smoked. And she said it was far more difficult to stop smoking than it was to get off the painkillers.
Wow.
Yes, man. That nicotine is the real thing, right? So I get this DM, and I get this once every couple of years because I rattled off an equation a couple of years ago about how much more time smokers get on breaks than non-smokers do. So I get this DM and I'll paraphrase it, but there's about 30 employees in the office. 25 of them don't smoke. 5 do, she says. And they all go out like Kristen was going out, right? They take their smoke breaks. This particular listener says 4 or 5 times a day they are going out there, at about a 10-minute clip each time. Okay. So it's just starting to annoy her and the rest of the employees in the office. So she asked me for that. They're planning on going to either HR or the boss and talking to the boss about it. But she wanted to be armed with the equation that I gave a couple of years ago on how much more time. And I had presented the case that I think you should be able to take those breaks. That's fine if you want to take those breaks. But I think that there should be an agreement in the office that if you're going to be a smoker, and you're going to get all that extra time each and every day, that adds up. So non-smokers should get about 2 weeks more vacation every single year if we're going to make this fair.
Is the cut on insurance not enough for you?
It's not.
Okay.
Okay.
And if you think about it, because we do know like how unhealthy smoking is, among other things, but maybe they know that like the non-smokers are going to have that on the end. So that's why they're just taking it out.
Maybe. Now,
I mean, do I speak lies?
Yeah, no, that's facts.
I don't have a lot of faith in my mathematic ability, but I did the math on this and I tried it again the other night. So this might be wrong. And if you're listening and you're like, nah, Bert, you got it all twisted, then give me a call, 1-855-BERT-SHOW. But the way I see it is...
Very nervous for your math.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm sure it's wrong.
Bert's math?
Yeah, and I mean, I did this 9 times, and I'm sure it's wrong.
So let's do math with an asterisk. Because Bert did it. So let's see what happens.
All right, you guys want to try it also? All right, get your pens out.
Okay.
Right.
You mean my phone with the calculator?
Yeah, fam.
All right, so
okay.
I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. She's saying it's happening 4 or 5 times a day at 10 minutes each. I'm going to go, okay, she's probably exaggerating in her DM. So the equation I did was 3 times a day at 10 minutes each equals 30 minutes additional time off every day.
Okay.
Do I have that right so far?
Yep.
You.
That's an easy one. 30 minutes times 5 days a week is 150 minutes.
Yep.
Correct. 150 minutes is 2.5 hours a week. All right, 60 minutes in an hour.
Yep.
Okay? 2.5 hours a week times 4 weeks, that's 10 hours a month. Good so far?
Yep.
I'm done. I'm out.
With the calculator.
Yeah.
With the calculator.
I'm going to go ahead and bow out. I know my limitations.
Nothing wrong with it.
I've got 10 hours a month. 12 months is 120 hours a year. Let's say they're working 8 hours a day. All right. So you divide 120 by 8. That's 15 extra days off than non-smokers if you just take 3 10-minute breaks more than everybody else in the office. All right.
Yeah.
So I feel like they should be able to go into the boss and say, because I'm a non-smoker, we get more time off on vacation because they're taking it every single day.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. Because at some point, I'm going to just go out there with a cigarette and just put a cigarette on the ground. just stand
Take
out there
those
with it.
breaks,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Now, I have never heard anybody offer this policy before, but I think when you get the job, you check one of two boxes. You either get your breaks or you get your 2 weeks.
Well, what the company does is you get a break with your health insurance. Like if you were a non-smoker, you don't have to pay as much.
Screw that. I want time off. Hey, Sierra, good morning. You're part of the Bert Show. Hi.
Hi. So I actually had an employee. I was a manager at Buffalo Wild Wings for 3 years. And she'd say, I'm going to go out on my smoke break. And I was like, okay. And she'd be out there for 15 minutes or so. And I think maybe a year or two after leaving there, I ran into her and she's like, I have to tell you something. I'm not a smoker.
Oh, see?
Come on.
See? Yes.
She just wanted additional breaks.
Yes, she would just go sit in her phone and scroll on Facebook.
I'm kind of not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it
I
at
can't
all.
blame her.
The Bert Show.